What's the most frustrating? Just one thing. The most frustrating thing about web pages.
I think for me, the most frustrating thing would be either items that are not labeled correctly, whether that be forms or links or whatever that you have to guess at, try to figure out where they're going to go. So you either have to click on them or you have to change something and see what it does to figure out what you need to do.
And I think you gave us an example of that. This morning he had something, he said, well, I don't know if I'm submitting a query or what. I know that there's a form here, but I don't know what it's asking me to do. And I've seen Clay take a site where you buy something, and he says, I don't know how many times I just paid for something. I think I may have ordered 80 of that item instead of one because it didn't tell me that I successfully submitted my order. So yeah, Grace.
I think my big frustration ties back to what I said about what I appreciate for websites is I'm most frustrated when I find a site that is completely or almost completely embedded in a Flash presentation. You might most frequently see that with restaurant websites or other websites that want to look really slick. So absolutely none of the text or content is accessible to the screen reader. It's all just visual interaction.
And I would say mismarked alt tags, and that would be just, and basically with my Zoom text program, I'm not able to sometimes get away enough from the icon to be able to even see what the alt tag says. So if it's mismarked, it's especially difficult for me.
So when he's looking at a web page, he's looking at a little tiny part of the big web page, and I can see how you get lost. In fact, we were watching this morning Grace show us, and Jim, the screen enlarged, and I got dizzy looking at the way they navigate the page because it was one little part and the whole big web page like an ocean around it about what you were looking at.